Welcome to Phidius War Journal, episode 31. Today we're going to be focusing on the mid-game strategy, and usually the mid-game is you're wrapping up any type of early wars from the early game, and you're also advancing into your main strategy. My early game conflict was with Canada when they had tried to rush me with their naval fleet and aircraft carrier, and you can go back to episode 29 to see the action that ensued there. But after we won the naval war and fended off their troops, I was able to push into Canada and secure some air bases and start my advancing, securing this area. Here you can see Poland. The commander's Cosmic GG has got his Air Force there. Lots of air superiority fighters, 14 and 3 strike fighters. So we have an impressive air dominance in this game. I do want to note that Cosmic GG has been outstanding in this game, so you will see him a lot. Here Canada does have a few troops remaining in Calgary, and we have a transport wing that's going to be 3 artillery, 2 recon, and 1 airborne. They are going to air assault into the nearby region and then shell from a distance those troops so I can secure that area. So these stacks I've been developing is one would be a radar stack, and then the other stack is an air assault stack. So the recon, airborne, and towed artillery can all be air assaulted as a stack, and that is very versatile. They can fly in between airports to relocate, and then you start to build a network of airstrips so that they can respond and protect a territory if there's an invasion, and it also helps you to secure an area. Here's more of a Cosmic GG. He's got his Air Force in the area, and he is advancing in Africa there. So it's good to see him active. And so going back to the airports, you see I have a air base there, airstrip. Here's another airstrip here, and those airstrips will help your air assault radius. So yeah, I could fly in with the towed artillery and the recon vehicles, and right now they're engaging this armored division that's 4 fighting vehicles and 2 combat recon vehicles defending the city. And I just drop in there, start to unleash the artillery on them and shell the area, and then my airborne infantry can fly in. So the strategy with the airborne is you have them fly to the perimeter of their range, which you can see in the yellow here. So that's the air assault perimeter that's highlighted in that off yellow color. And so the strategy is you have them fly in to the perimeter, and then that way you can start to make a new airstrip and then have them work backwards and secure the area that they can go. So he's going to fly to the perimeter, make an airstrip, and then start to fall back and claim those territories. And this is also working in tandem with my radar stack to see where enemy troops are, because you don't want to just have the airborne fly into a occupied territory until it's been cleared. And so also my Navy is able to support the coastal assault, and they can help open up lanes for this infantry stack. So I have another radar stack with 3 National Guard. They're going to be landing, and the Navy is opening up the city by clearing any resistance. So yeah, this is my mid-game strategy. So I have the Navy, National Guard to hold the cities once they're captured and protected against insurgents. And I have my air assault units, which is the airborne recon and the artillery. Other units I could add for the air assault are the tank destroyers and SAM anti-aircraft units. Those can also be airlifted when you have the proper amount of research. Right now, there's not any opposing air forces, so I don't need to worry about the SAMs, but I am working on the anti-tank, the tank destroyers, to be able to airlift those for rapid response. And I could add those in as well with my air squadrons. So yeah, you'll notice like all that smoking area, those provinces that are smoking, those I was able to capture quickly, and I'm just expanding southbound into Africa rather quickly. And then once I capture all that territory, I can go back up toward Ethiopia. There you can see France is working its way into Saudi Arabia. First they came into Israel. France and Poland both work together. So Poland's Navy, and here we have France has some helicopters. La Soule is France, and he is his first focus was on Marines and amphibious vehicles, but he's also expanded. See, there's the Marines, amphibious assault vehicle, and multiple rocket launchers. So that is a similar strategy, but instead of air assault, he's more able to cross through water and rivers, and there's less obstacles in his way. And also, he doesn't have to worry about clearing the area with Marines and amphibious tanks, so he could just set up the area he plans to take, and doesn't necessarily need a radar, but he can do some reconnaissance with his air superiority fighters and helicopters to clear the area or scout ahead. And he's got some good helicopter units there that attack, 35 for soft targets and 16 for hard targets, just by 4 gunships. Those are very nice. And to learn more about the Marines, you can go back to episode 21 to learn some of the features there. You can see my subs. I have a nice deployment there. That was the previous episode, in episode 30. If you're interested in having subs and forming a blockade, those are good for securing an area for our expansion. Here we have Ukraine, and he's got some nice units too. This is a nice stack: radar, anti-tank, recon, and some infantry. He's expanding eastward into Russia. So Ukraine is securing the Russian area, and then that'll give him access to further expand into Asia. either Korea or China. And the Ukraine is doing a good job on being active and expanding his territory. And he's also got some impressive stacks that he's here's a attack wing stack with helicopters, 2 gunships and an attack helicopter. So this is defending the homeland and making sure that the homeland is secure on the east side, and he would be able to respond quickly if a transport of troops came rolling up in these cities. There's a tank division, a Ukrainian tank division, very nice. Gets hard targets, 2 main battle tanks, a tank destroyer, and also a radar. So that is a very effective unit. So good protection there. But it's protecting all this backside for our coalition. So Ukraine's protecting Poland, Germany, and in essence France as well. All those, it's sort of a wide open area. Germany's kind of fallen off the map a little bit. I haven't seen him in the last few days. But Germany does have a good air force, some of the air forces in Africa right now. But here's Cosmic GG. This is looking at our theater of defense, as our intelligence has shown Australia has ballistic missile capabilities. So also theater of defense is in Paris right there. You can see the green unit. And I'm producing the theater of defense at a Zaragoza. So I got one theater of defense set up here, and another one is ready for deployment. So I got all the major capitals covered with the theater of defense, and you want to have that before day 30, usually around day 30, unless they're really focusing on their missile capabilities. Usually around day 30 is when you want to have your anti-missile theater of defense set up, and that's a good mid-game strategy. So I'll go ahead and move this new unit to a random location. I think just somewhere where it might be in the trajectory of where a missile might fly over if a submarine was trying to target France or Germany, or even Spain, depending on where the missile is. So Australia's in the right bottom corner on the east. Here's a look at where our players are at. Cosmic GG has 41 cities captured. Lost Soul has 40. Germany, Kimsa has 30. And Ukraine is a little bit below, but not too much threats in this game. We just need to wrap it up. Okay, so just to go back a little bit on what the air assault looks like, because that is a major tool to be able to wrap up games and to close out a game, because right now we're about halfway to our victory points. We need 5,900 victory points and we're at 2,700, so about halfway. And I have helicopters, the air assault. You can see the radar units are show all those bleeps on the map showing enemy positions. So I need to clear up the enemy positions by flying in artillery so that they can take out those, and then my airborne units will fly in to the open provinces and take those. Right now I currently have enough airstrips, as you see the air assault map or zones is fully covering all the red. So I can move my airborne to all the open locations nicely, and I'll continue to clear out the area with the helicopters and the artillery, and anything near the coast I can have my Navy support clearing those areas. And yeah, if it does cost resources to build airstrips, but the range that you get, since I started about not at the top of Africa, but near the top of northern Africa, all the way to the south, I can respond quickly. Now, when they do air assault, they do have to embark and disembark, so it does take 2 hours, but have them focus on areas that are mountainous or like heavy jungle, because that's actually faster than transporting on the ground. And you can also upgrade them so they do have more ground maneuverability, but the air assault feature is very good. So yeah, the radar units with the National Guard that can secure those cities once they're captured, and that frees up the airborne. I'm just focusing on capturing provinces with those, but if I do run out of National Guard with cities, they are good against the insurgents and protecting everything you capture so far. Nice. So just to wrap things up on this episode, we're just expanding east. Saudi Arabia is going to be captured by France, Al-Assault. Ukraine is expanding eastward, and I think we need to get busy on wrapping up this game. Nice. So thanks for watching. See you next episode.